y'all, it's Jen for the Love of Iris. Welcome back to another video. Today's project is this one, and it's a little slender tall box that I have 2 wood grain pens inside. I found these wood grain pens at my local dollar store. There was 5 of them in there. I've got this one and then another one that I need to have for my, here it is. These 2 pens are for the other box. So if you have 5, you can make 2 and then have 1 left over. So the box measures 6 by 1 1/8. 6 by 1 1/8. So anything that you might could even fit 3 in there. Yeah, you probably could fit 3 in there, but I just had 2. So let's get started. You'll need a piece of cardstock that measures 4 1/2 by 7 1/2. And we are going to score this on the 7 1/2 inch side. We're going to score it 1/2, and it's easier for me to score the small increments over on this side. So 1/2, and then 6 1/2. So I'm going to flip it around and score it at 6 1/2, 7, actually that was supposed to be 7 1/8. 7 1/8, I'm sorry. So 6 1/2 and 7 1/8. So 1/2, 6 1/2, 7 1/8. Okay, let's be all right. And then flip it around to the 4 1/2 inch side, and we're going to score at 3/4. Again, I'm scoring on this side because it's easier. 2, 2 3/4, and 4. Okay, so this is what we have. We're going to burnish all of our score lines. Any cardstock will work. Something thick and heavy duty is usually preferable when you're making 3D projects, but anything works. Okay, and then these, and then this, and then the second score line, the furthest one away, because it's supposed to be 7 1/8. All right, so this is what you're left with. You have 2 folds on this side, 1 fold on this side. Narrow, fat, narrow, fat, narrow. Okay, so we're going to remove some bits, and let's see if I can tell you which ones we're going to remove. First one we're going to remove is, you've got narrow, fat, super narrow. So the super narrow side is going to be our tab. So we're going to remove this and this. Same thing on this side, this and all of this. Okay, so now we have our tab. Let's cut up all the bottom, because this is going to be our bottom, the one with the 1 score line. The 2 score line is going to be our top. So if we fold it around, this becomes our back. Then we are going to remove this one, and we're going to cut these just below that second score line. Okay, so if you're at your, have your flap over here to your right, half no, half intact. Okay, so let's do that now. Remove this. I'm going to cut up all these score lines here. And then take this half away. And then we're going to remove this X completely. And you want to kind of get them, take away the score lines. So I'm going to just miter these just a tiny little bit so that the box closes nicely. And same with this. I want it to be a bit mitered here, just so the score line is completely removed. Okay, so now you're left with this. That's our tab for adhesive. This is our lid, our 2 sides, and then these are all cut up. Okay, so let's take a corner rounder, and we're going to round the corners of this long flap, because that's what's going to get tucked inside of our box. There's 1, and 2. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to put some pattern paper on our side pieces here. And these pieces are just, yeah, I was afraid this was going to be a little too wide. So these pieces here measure, let's see, 1 by 5 3/4. And then these pieces here will need to measure 1/2 by 5 3/4. So I need to trim these down just a little. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Because I wanted a rather large border, and I was afraid I had cut these pieces wrong. Because when I was looking at my notes, I thought, oh, I think that pattern paper is a little bit too big. But that's okay. At least it was too big and not too small, right? All right. So now we are going to adhere our pattern papers to the pieces of cardstock. This pattern paper here. This is that wood, I don't even remember what it's called. Wood something or other. Woodgrain, maybe, paper from Stampin' Up. I think it's still current, or maybe it's not, I don't know. But I thought it matched the pens perfectly. But you can use this for whatever you like. And I'm going to use snail because it's thinner, or Tombow, whatever, because it's thinner than my tape runner. Okay. And then these pieces go on here. Don't put anything on your adhesive tab though. You don't want to do that. Alright, there we go. Now we've got all of our wood together. And let's take some score tape. And we will put that on there. I like to burnish my score tape before I take it off, just to make sure it has a good seal. Okay. And there's our box. And then these two will go in, and those two will close. So we need adhesive on the inside of the big flap. Okay. There's that. Oops, let's take this off first. And I just fold these other flaps up when I'm working on this so I can keep my box flat. It's easier for me. Okay, so that one. Oops, that's a little crooked. I went too fast. Oh, good. And that one. Now you have that. So stick your bone folder in there. Just press down real good. Okay. And then this just tucks in here like so. And there you have your box. Ooh, okay. Oh, I think I cut my, hold on. I think I cut my little sides too small and it doesn't want to stay in. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to use the same stamp set that I used before because I think it's adorable. And it is the Wood Words and Vertical Greetings. If I can find Vertical Greetings. There it is. Okay. So I've got a piece of, I don't know, tan colored cardstock. Let's keep it with Just Because. And let me get a block and some ink. And stamp that just there. Ooh, it's a little light, but that's okay. I need to re-ink my ink pad, it looks like. Okay. And then we need to take another piece of card, which I didn't take out. And stamp our rooster. I love this rooster. I'm redoing my kitchen in roosters because I like to say, would you like to come and eat in my kitchen that's full of peckers? Or be careful, everywhere you turn there's a cock. I'm so juvenile. Okay, let's get this inked up really well. And stamp it again. I'm gonna have to re-ink that, but that's all right. And then we'll take this guy and we'll use our framelit to cut it out. So let me go over here and do that real quick. A big shot. All right. That cut that out perfectly. So there is my sweet little rooster. And just because, okay. Let's take just standard adhesive for the front sentiment there, and we'll pop up our little rooster. And I've got the little baby dimensionals here that I'm going to use, just one there on his tail and one there on his neck. Maybe one here down by his feet too. Yeah, that's good. 1, 2, 3, and got us a rooster there. And then I'm going to use some metallic gems. I like silver, and I think the stars are cute, like they're a little country. These other ones I used came from, shoot, I don't even remember what it was, but it had these, and then it had the hexagons, and it had the screws and stuff. But I'm out of those, so there's a star there. Oh, that's so cute. Love it. Another star down there. One up there. Let's put our pens in. And that's perfect. So there you have it. Little boxes with pens. Hope you have a great day. Bye.